Welcome back. Now it's time for our relationship segment. And with us, we have Damilola Oluwatoyinbo, wordsmith, author, life coach, and corporate trainer. Now, our topic this morning is a really deep one. Releasing the baggage and healing from the hurt. Now, that's why he's here. We had a session or a series titled
The Art of the Breakup.
The Art of the Breakup. And now we're trying to heal from this hurt, letting go of the baggage. So I think we need to break down what baggage actually is.
Okay, so you know how you go to the airport and then they tell you that you have a baggage limit.
Yes.
Many times, maybe like 23 kilograms or something like that. And then you see those people at the airport who have like 8 different suitcases and everything's looking tense and people are wondering, are those guys relocating to the moon or something like that? That's the picture some people have, or that's the picture of certain people in their relationships.
Wow.
You know, because they have this suitcase from Jade and that suitcase from Bade and that one from Made, all the different people they've been with over the years. Yeah. So what exactly is baggage? They are proclivities, tendencies, attitudes, hurts, pain, guilt, shame that people have picked up from their different relationships. And ever so often what happens is people don't even realize what's going on. And then they get to a junction in life where they're supposed to proverbially take flight at the airport. Yeah. And then there is all these things holding them back. And so, you know, at the airport, sometimes they're going to turn them down and say, okay, you know what, you're going to miss this flight because you don't have enough money or baggage allowance for this. So similarly, people are stuck on the verge of new relationships because they have emotional issues they haven't dealt with from previous relationships.
So how do people begin to deal with that much baggage? And of course, hurt is a major suitcase.
Yeah.
Right? A briefcase, in fact, box. Healing from this hurt, how do people begin to do that?
I think the first thing is you've got to be honest with yourself. And, I was teaching a couple of people sometime last week, and I said to them that one major problem with dishonest people is that dishonest people struggle to find the help they need because they are too dishonest to admit that they're dishonest.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
so they're being dishonest with themselves.
Exactly. I mean, like, if you're heartbroken and you're hurting and you're bleeding, you're human. It doesn't mean you're inferior, dumb, or stupid. It just means you're in a state in your life, you know, where you need some help, some healing, some therapy. So first of all, admit that you have these issues. Ever so often, you might not be able to see them, but people around you go like, wow, you're so touchy, you're so edgy. So receive feedback from the environment and be able to filter through that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, please avoid connecting intimately with people who are dealing with similar baggage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because, you know, ever so often when you're going through things, you want somebody who's been through that stuff.
Yeah.
Or who's dealing with that stuff. And if you're not careful, they're going to amplify the negativity you're trying to get rid of.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So simply because somebody's supporting you does not mean the support is the kind you need at that time. So you also want to avoid toxic environments that keep affirming that anger, like, you know, tell him, he's a dog, he's a this, he's a that. Yeah, avoid all of that because you don't need to compound the pain of the complexity. And then number 3, I would say, can you get some professional help? So it's okay to be open to counseling. It's okay to be open to therapy. It's okay to have support groups, you know, either in your religious organization or community that you belong to. And number 4, give yourself time.
That time thing is long. But I want to go back to the professional help part.
Yes.
A lot of people, especially in this part of the world, think of professional help as something
being ripped
that
off or something.
Yeah. So I'm not crazy. Yeah. I'm not mad. I don't need to go to Yaba Left.
Yeah.
What exactly am I supposed to achieve by getting that professional help?
I think that the very first thing is to see yourself as a person of value, as an asset. So people service their cars, but they don't service their souls. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? Your car is possibly going to last for maybe, I don't know, 5-7 years if you use it very well. Your soul is, you know, based on whatever your position is, immortal or eternal, as it were. So your soul is a greater asset. Your emotions are worth investing in. And if that requires professional expertise, you know the way you go to a roadside mechanic and then the guy fixes a part of your car and then damages the other part. But you can take that same car to a licensed repair auto shop. And then you get good quality. It's more expensive, but you get good quality. So that's sometimes the difference between getting counseling from a roadside friend,
Yeah.
and a professional who's been licensed, trained, gone through systems and structures and process with some experience and some results, it might cost you some money, but it's going to save you a whole lot on the long term.
What exactly should I aim to be, or where should I be before actually agreeing that I've healed from this hurt?
When you become whole, and what does that mean? That means that you still remember what you went through, but you're free from the pain of that memory. Yeah. The moment you release the pain of the memory, people say forgive and forget, and people think that means that you forget that you were abused, assaulted, taken advantage of, ripped off. No, you don't forget what happened because you're not losing your mind. But you remember it, but without the pain, which means that you're learning the lessons and getting the blessings from the experience.
I like that, learning the lessons and getting the blessings.
Yes,
okay.
there's a blessing in every battle.
All right. So I would love to hear, a real case study here. Do you have any real case study you could share?
Okay, so recently, and this is still a work in progress, and I spoke about time. So I've dealt with a certain couple over a period of years.
Wow, years.
Yeah, because when we're speaking about healing from hurt, sometimes, or baggage, sometimes we're thinking it's about previous relationships, but you can deal with baggage in your marriage as well.
Okay.
So there's a couple where the lady has felt ignored for a long time, and she literally shut up.
Wow.
Yeah. The husband didn't understand what was going on, and then through certain sessions, we were able to discover that there were certain things that she had tried to correct in the relationship, and she always got shut down. And of course, after emotional outburst and all of that, we're at a place now where she's beginning to say, okay, let me give it another try. So it's like a new marriage to the same person.
So in other words, you could actually be a completely different person if you let go of this baggage.
Absolutely, absolutely. And without being gender biased, I've seen that a lot of ladies tend to be affected more by that than men. And that's because generally, if a lady is not given the secure space to express herself, after a while she begins to shut down. And so the man says, I don't know what has happened to my wife. Well, you happened to your wife.
You
right?
did.
You happened to.
Without saying it was your fault.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
But just creating that safe space where everybody can be honest, where the lady can find her voice again. And I've discovered that women have this emotional resilience. If they find that secure space, they can start again, even the 3, 4, 5, 10-year relationship.
But what, in your opinion, is the hardest hurt to heal? There are a lot of different types of hurt.
I think it depends.
Which is the
I think it depends on the personality of the people
Really?
involved. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so. Yeah.
So it's not being ripped off by your significant other. It's not infidelity. It's not.
I think because hurt and pain are a function of values and beliefs.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people prefer that you hurt them with your words than slapping them. Some people prefer that hot slap to negative words, right?
Wow.
So there's some people you speak to in a certain tone and they just feel less of a person. They can't get themselves together, even in the workplace. There are other people, you speak to them that way and they're just like, okay, well, I need to do better. So it depends on that. But I've seen that while physical pain for many people can be a deep issue, emotional pain tends to be deeper because people don't really know how deep it is. And because people don't really know how deep it is, they can't respond appropriately, and it can degenerate into complications and sometimes divorce.
Honestly, I think a lot of people have learned a lot today. I've learned quite a bit myself, and that's why Damilola Oluwatoyinbo is always a go-to person in these kind of topics. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us once again.
It's a pleasure. Great to be here again.
Okay, hashtag Ask Dami, and of course at Pastor Dami? No, at
Dami Oluwatoyinbo on
Damilola Oluwatoyinbo.
Dami Oluwatoyinbo on Instagram.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming to join us.